Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. We are going to have one more training regarding the fee management. In the fee management, we do have fee collection and we do have student advances. Back checks and clear checks is no more used, so we are not going to cover it in any videos. However, there are some setups which is going to set up the fee management prerequisites and its screens. For we are going to talk in this video, whatever the time permits me, to talk about whatever modules or whatever prerequisites are required to be covered, so that the user may be enabled to collect the fee and link the fee. Without any further delays, let's get started. First of all, we need to know that we are going to have, in particular, this training videos which are being made for one of our clients, Ethiopian International Schools in Saudi Arabia. They are in a requirement to have two different type of fee rates applied for the same class when there is a non-Ethiopian student is registered. There is a different fee rate because this is an absolute community school for the Ethiopian people and its country fellow men. They have some arrangements with other countries that they may be allowed to study in this school, if I'm not mistaken. However, that has nothing to do with the policy of the school or me, but as a part of the training session and just to make my viewpoint clear that why do we need to do such a thing, whenever there is a non-Ethiopian student coming to get registered in this school, they will be following a different fee structure. That's the bottom line. Now, the requirement was how to identify them and then how to tell this ERP system that there is a non-Ethiopian student and we are going to get a different fee rate applied to them. So let's first look into it. In the student's affair, in general information of the student profile, you may see there is a new column which is added here. It is called fee scale, and I have entered Ethiopian and non-Ethiopian here. This is not necessarily or not binding only Ethiopian and non-Ethiopian. You may have any number of fee scales here. I'll give you an example of it, that in the setup you may go into, originally it was language definitions. If you may look into it here, see, originally it was language setup, so it is coming from the setups language definition, but I changed the module and customed it as fee scale setup, and there you can define by clicking add or edit whatever and add any number of layers of fee you may want to apply. Just be patient with me and go through with that, considering you have different nationalities studying, but you have a flat rate of, let's say for grade 4, 100 Saudi riyals a month for Ethiopian and 150 for any non-Ethiopian student. So what will you do? You simply will be in the fee scale, you will choose Ethiopian and save it for whatever number of students who are going to have an Ethiopian fee rate. This is what we need to do. Number 2, this one is defined here as in the setup. So the first thing is define it in the setup, whatever are there, Ethiopian and non-Ethiopian. Then go to students affair and in the students profile general info and click edit and change the student's fee scale, whoever is Ethiopian or non-Ethiopian. Once you are done with all the students, it means you have created a parallel layer. Now coming down to how are we going to apply this and this setting onto the students and onto the fee structure. Let's build up our fee structure. The first thing in the fee management in setup you need to do is payment terms, which is already there. No, payment terms should be cash. I think this is something we have inherited from the database we got from there. No, I believe what we should do, payment term is used, remember, in student affairs, student general info, this is where the payment term is coming. See here, so you will be having, for example, cash. So I'm going to add here cash. You are going to receive cash, okay? And see, Once I have done that, I'll go back to the to the student affairs, student profile, general info, and you may see cash. You see, this is what is relevant to it. Do not enter please anything other than that or without our video guidance. So payment term is cash. Then you will put discount types. Discount types could be one discount I have already created, which is no discount, and you may link it to every other class. Then the third thing you need to do is to define the fee types. Now this is going to be a tricky situation. See, I have already created, let's say, elementary tuition fee, but this elementary tuition fee is not going to put yourself into a position. Consider that you want to know that who are the students from your school in different classes, and they are Ethiopian students, and they have not paid the fee for the month of, let's say, February, March and April, and you are sitting in the month of May. So it means your fee should be identifiable by its name. So what I will do, for example, here I'll say this is May, so you understand elementary fee for May, and that means this is going to be linked to Ethiopian. See here what we have. I will press edit again and see this code is auto generated. This is the title the user may do, and then the rate of the fee for that particular month, and then the fee scale. Remember, we had this fee scale coming in from here. I'm sorry, not the country, from language definitions, and this was further used in students affairs, in student profile, and in general info. You have seen the same fee scale here, and the same very fee scale is being used here with the fee. So if you click on the drop down, you see the two only which were created here, and they were also used in the student affairs general profile. Now coming back to it, this is the third layer. So the first thing is you created a scale, then you linked every student with one at least particular type of a scale, let's say Ethiopian to Ethiopian, and then you created a fee which will be linked to that Ethiopian student or those Ethiopian students. And then you will come down here and you will say this is going to link into the elementary section, which is from grade 1 to grade 6. You have seen, you guys provided us the data. These are your class titles. Once you have done that, click on, no, I'm sorry, then go here, and here we are expecting all the revenue accounts which are going to hold this tuition fee. So whatever are your revenue accounts, just click, for example, from here, and the code will be replaced here. Finally, just press the save button, and voila, this is what you have done. Now let's go on, and I'm just clicking edit because I just saved a lot of time doing so. Click on edit and say I have used the code NE, so that from the tuition fee you may understand that this tuition fee is for the month of May, elementary section, but for non-Ethiopian students. So the name of the fee or the description or title of the fee may also be self-explanatory, and you see this is a different rate and it is going to get addressed to non-Ethiopian. Same thing, you will link it to whatever tuition accounts you have created or the revenue accounts you have created. Choose from here what are the sections this is going to get applied to, and then simply click save. And you see here fee scale non-Ethiopian for 350. Also in the description you have some NE words. This is my advice. Why? Because in the long run, imagine you have a 12 months of outstandings and you want to see which students have not paid for this month or that month and so on. So you need to put the month name so that you will easily identify that month's tuition fee. So in short, you are going to create, let's say you have tuition fee for elementary, for middle school and for high school. You will say tuition fee for May, middle tuition fee for May, high school tuition fee for May, elementary school. Then you have 3 different sets of tuition fees for non-Ethiopian students. You will say tuition fee May, non-Ethiopian elementary, tuition fee middle school, non-Ethiopian May, tuition fee high school, non-Ethiopian May, and likewise you are going to create all the way from all the months whichever you want to charge your tuition fee if it is monthly. If it is for one in 6 months, you may use first term, second term Ethiopian tuition, second term Ethiopian tuition, first term non-Ethiopian tuition. You got it. This is how you may create. It's up to you entirely. If you are working with a quarterly charge tuition fee system, you may prefer to choose and write the names of the tuition titles as elementary first quarter Ethiopian tuition, elementary first quarter non-Ethiopian tuition, and so on and so forth. So it's entirely up to the users how they would like to do so. Once we have defined the tuitions and the discounts and the payment terms, now is the time that you are going to group these tuition fees into your firing sequence. Like I mentioned just a while ago, you may choose to have for example you may choose to have a term wise fee. For example, this is for term 1, so you may use the grouping of the fee to be fired on a term basis. Let's say you have 2 terms fee firing system. Let's say you have a quarterly based fee firing system. You may choose names like this: quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. You may have monthly system, so you may put the name of the months like May, June, July, and so on. So it's entirely up to the policy of the management how do they prefer to. But of course you are not going to do 1 month as quarter and the second month as half yearly and the third term again back to quarter and then months and so on. So decide whatever the school policy depicting, which should not be a rocket science. Once you have defined all the groups of the fee, what you may require to do is to go back to the fee management setup and then link the master fee link. How we will do that and where we will do that, we will learn it in a moment. Let's look into this one. I have kept the 2 screens together for your understanding. Whatever groups you created here in the previous screen will populate automatically for this module, which is master fee link. Remember, please do not get mistaken to master fee group is different from the master fee link. In master fee link, on the master fee group combo, you will see all what you have entered in this module as the items or elements of the module. So let's say we are fixing up for the month of May. You see what we had created the fees titles in the fee management, in the fee setup, in the fees types. They are all appearing here exactly the same. You see here elementary tuition NE, which is non-Ethiopian May. This is how it is. Here the second one is elementary fee May, and that's it. It means it is for the Ethiopians. So coming back to entering up, you may choose the drop down, and then this is how you will do. Click add, for example, and then choose. For example, I am choosing grade 1A, and then I will say I will apply a non-Ethiopian fee to grade 1A for the month of May. It will be effective from the month of May. And then in the students, you will choose 0 and 0. We will discuss this maybe in personal meetings or in some other videos if the time permits. Just click save, and voila, you have 1A as the class. Fee which will be applied is non-Ethiopians for the month of May, in the month of May, and it will be applicable from whatever dates you may choose. That is not at all very important at this point of time. What is important is grade 1A will have an elementary non-Ethiopian tuition fee for the month of May. Now tell me, it is an obvious question arising that what will happen to Ethiopian students for this grade. So this is what we will do. Click add again, choose the same. You may type, by the way, it is a searchable combo. You may choose 1-A and it will come down. I'm sorry, I am a lousy typist. Here 1 and I choose dash maybe 1 underscore a. And then from the fee, now this time you want to apply a May fee but without the NE word, because remember this was a 350 Riyal monthly fee and this one is probably 100 Riyal monthly fee. So please don't be mistaken. Now this is going to be effective also for the month of May, and you will put 0 and 0 and click save. And look at it, you have 1A for Ethiopian students for the month of May, and you have 1A elementary tuition for non-Ethiopians for the month of May, and they will all be applicable when we fire the whole school for the month of May. I hope it is very clear and very simple, and this is how we have linked the fees, and this is how we are going to group the fees and group the discounts, link it to the GL system, link it to the students, and link it and define it into the setup area, and then finally create groups of them, and then from the groups create the master fee link for every class, for every type of fee. One time exercise, believe me, and then you will all be very rest assured that there is nothing coming up in the system to disturb it at all. I hope it was very easy to follow. Should there be any problems, you know how to contact us. Thank you very much and good day to you all.